how would you convince other people that you can talk to animals? Suppose you have that superpower and I'm not believing you. I don't believe you that you can talk to animals. How would you convince me that you do?
Uh, First of all, I ask you, and do you have any pets? And I will, if you have a pet, and I will talk to your pet, and what is going in your home, I will tell to you. Then you will realize that I talk to the with pets. I
But I
talk.
don't have pets. I don't have pets.
If you don't have pets, and I will ask the next question. If
Hi, good afternoon. All right. So, hi, my name is Ananya, and we'll be having 15 minutes for a session today. So, I'm just going to start right off the bat. And before getting into the session, I'm just going to let you know that for your feedback and to point out the mistakes that you're making, what we're going to do is we're going to go through a conversation, and then for after a while, I'll tell you what the mistakes that I saw was. I'm going to point them out to you, and then we'll work on it throughout the session. After which, at the end of the session, I'll give you a general feedback. Good with you?
okay,
All right. So, have you looked at the session notes for the day?
yes,
All right. So, you know what a topic is for the day, right?
come again.
So, you know what the topic for the day is?
Yes, I read, but not in depth. But I just looked it.
All right. So, I'm just going to repeat the topic of the day for you. The topic is: would you rather be able to talk to animals or speak all foreign languages? So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you which one would you prefer and why. All right. All right. Go
Uh,
ahead.
if is there any chance, and I will pick both.
No, only pick
So
one.
I uh, I will go with I'll speak with the animals,
Okay,
all
and why?
animals. Yeah, and why? Because it is a different thing. Learning all languages is no. We if we um, practice or if we make our efforts, and we can learn. But talking to the animals, and we can't talk with them, and we that is the different power. So that is what I choose, and especially we can uh, we cannot talk with any animal, but we have few pets like dogs and cats. Um for them, and what they are trying to say is we can uh, understand their what they are trying to say. But here, if I get this power, and I will talk to the all animals in the world, like uh, um, tiger and lion, elephants, giraffes, and other thing. And I will love to talk with parrots, squirrel. So I would like to know what they are thinking about human beings. And so we have one world and one earth. So I think comparing to the all other animals, we are using it very
Could you repeat that you have?
come again.
Could you repeat what did you just say? You have one dash and one dash?
We have one world
Huh?
and one world,
Oh, you have one world. Okay.
one world and
Uh huh.
one earth, right? So we are human
Right.
beings using it very well comparing to the other. Not only using, we are destroying also by polluting the soil, polluting the air. So it affects other animals, right? Like squirrels, and long ago we have uh, many squirrels, but nowadays due to the radio, what we call uh, this we use mobiles, right? Radiation, due to the radiation, many squirrels are dying. So if I
Okay. I'm
talk
gonna
with them,
stop you right
and
there.
sure, yeah,
I'm
good.
gonna stop you right there. Okay. So let's do one thing. So I am not. So what we're gonna do is when I've asked you a question, all right? I want you to give me a very concise answer. Okay? So let's say I've asked you, which one would you choose? You just tell me, okay, I will choose this. This is the reason why I think it would be great, it would be fun to have this. Okay? Because the question was, ki, would you rather speak to animals or would you learn foreign languages? And you picked you would speak to animals, and then you go off into, you spoke about why you would like it, and then you went on into why Earth is being harmed or that kind, right? So we have to kind of stop that. Okay, let's keep our answers concise. Cool. All right. So I'm just going to quickly ask you. So give me like 5 questions you would like to ask the animals. Yeah.
So you want me come again?
So, what 5 questions would you like to ask animals?
Mm, the first one is what are you thinking about human beings? And that is the first question I will ask the animals. And second question, uh, what they want us to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And third question, um, if they have a power to control human beings, what they will control in human life. And the fourth one is, mm, so I will ask them if we are in a generation, and what human beings don't know, what animals know. I will ask them, and we don't know this, and you only know this. Let us know. That is the fourth one. And fifth question is, mm, like, why lions and tigers, all snakes, why they harm human beings? So I will ask these 5 questions.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you quick feedback. Okay, and then I'll give you one feedback now, and then I'll give you one feedback in the next few conversation, and then I'll give you at the end of the session. So when you said that what they're trying to say we can understand, how do you think you would refine the sentence more?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. I didn't understand. I heard
So
your
you
question,
had
but I
made
didn't understand.
Yeah. So you had made a statement, right, saying what they're trying to say we can understand in context to animals, right? How do you think you will rephrase it to make it sound more refined?
It means what? And I didn't understand the question. And can you elaborate it?
Okay. I'll explain it. Let's leave the question. So when you had said that statement, the better way to probably say it is that if you're able to talk to animals, you can understand what they've been trying to say. All right. That's called
Yes.
sentence refinement, right?
Sentence refinement.
That's
Refine.
that's what I call it, sentence refinement. So it sounds a bit more fluid, right?
Yeah, and I heard this, just now only new word, refine something you said. I didn't know earlier that word.
Refined. Refined means refined means smooth, basically,
Okay.
right? Yes. Then with the questions that you had given me, so so the first question that you gave me was, what are you thinking about humans? Right? You can make it
Yes.
sound like, what are you thinking about humans? It just sounds like it's a thought that you have, right? You can make it sound like, what are your thoughts on humans? It just sounds like it's a thought that you have, right?
Yes.
Right. Second one was what they want us to stop. It is kind of correct. Then you can obviously add it to what they would like us to stop doing, is one way to say it. Then, when you said if they have a power to control humans, what would they control in humans? So, I've seen that you're repeating a lot of things. When you were in the first conversation, you kept repeating squirrel. Then, in the same conversation, you kept saying, no, what they're trying to say, we can understand what they're trying to say. You have a repetition thing, and that happened here also. then you said that what humans know, what they know. So that can be rephrased as uh, what do they know and what do we know. All right, that's one way to do it. And then obviously you have why lions and tigers they hurt human beings. That's good enough. It works out. Okay. Now, do you think animals have their own languages?
Yes, I think um, they understand. While we can see a dogs bark together, so they can
Mm-hmm.
understand their barking. I think so, and
All right. So, which animals would you speak to besides squirrels? Which animal would you speak to?
dogs.
Why?
Why? Dogs are very
Why?
accessible to dogs are very accessible to us comparing to the other animals. So we can talk more with them.
How would you convince other people that you can talk to animals? Suppose you have that superpower, and I'm not believing you. I don't believe you that you can talk to animals. How would you convince me that you do?
Uh, First of all, I ask you, and do you have any pets? And I will, if you have a pet, and I will talk to your pet, and what is going in your home, I will tell to you. Then you will realize that I talk to the with pets. I will
But I
talk.
don't have pets. I don't have pets.
If you don't have pets, and I will ask the next question, if your friends or if your relatives, I think anyone in your surroundings, someone have a pet like dog. So I will do the same thing with that pet.
But I can just assume you're just, lying out through your teeth. I mean, speak your mind, but I would be like, okay, you're lying. There's no way you know this. You've stalked me. So how will you convince me now? How will you convince me now?
Hmm. Here I'll give a best example and just bring any uh, animal with you and to prove my power. So if you bring any animal and I will try to convey you, then you will uh, realize that I know this power. I have this power. So without bringing
All
any
right, I may
animal,
not be convinced.
okay, without bringing any animal
Mm-hmm.
in between us. So how you will know that I know I have that power? So we have to be, we have to do take any animal with us. So then you can easily understand that I have that power. So without taking animal, how you can understand?
All right. So I'm going to ask you one last question and then we'll get to the last feedback. So I want to wrap this question up in a minute, okay? What kind of job would you have with this skill? Like you're saying, talking to animals is a good thing. What kind of jobs would you get with this skill?
Maintaining wildlife sanctuaries and uh, zoo parks. Yeah,
That's it. Nothing else.
yeah.
Nothing in the
No,
corporate sector.
not in one park, all over world. So I would become
Okay.
the boss for all parks in the world.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go through the end feedback now because we only have like a minute or two left. So one thing that I've told you is you need to work on is the you knows and the ers. All right. Then you have that repetition thing where you repeat your first sentence in the last sentence and you repeat the similar words. Right. So you repeated squirrels in the first sentence, first conversation that we had. Right. Obviously your accent is a bit off, so I couldn't understand some words, but it's okay. You learn as you go on, and you have a problem with your tenses. There's a tiny problem with your tenses when you said you were comparing some sentence with comparing. You're supposed to say compared, and when we had the discussion about the questions that you were having, you said, "What are you thinking about humans? What they want us to stop?" So there's just a bit of error, but nothing that cannot be worked on. All right. So now we're about to end the session. So what are two things from this session that you plan on practicing until your next session?
I will focus on tenses, and I will try to stop using and filler verbs.
All right, which is great. So, as I can see from you right now, you're doing great, comparatively better. Uh, you have any? Okay, so yeah, I'll just say work on it. You're going great. You have good confidence. You have good body language as well. All right. So, with that, a session is about to come to an end in a while. So, yeah, all the best and take
Thank you. So
care.
you
You're
want
going
me
to
to
do great.
focus on tenses and right the
Yes. And maybe your
tenses.
accent a bit, because your accent sometimes, like when you said zoo, you said, I think, zoo. It's supposed to be zoo. Your world, I couldn't understand. That's why I asked you again. That also needs a bit of work, but you can